Welcome to the third episode of Hoopston with me, Joey, my co-host, Garen. Garen, let's jump right into it with the Kevin Durant comments on the Sixers.
Last time they put three 20-point scores on the team, they said it was unfair, which is the team I was in. Yeah. They got 4 25-point scores on this team. So hell yeah, I think they're going to be a contender, man. They're going to be a great team to watch.
And that kind of rolled out a little bit more with Draymond kind of coming to his defense.
I think to understand this statement, though, you also have to understand the way KD view basketball. And the way KD view basketball is very Uncle Drewish. This game will and always will be about buckets.
And finally, it kind of rolled out to Kevin Durant going on to Instagram and talking about everyone on each team and breaking down the starting fives. And he kind of disrespected Klay by saying Klay has never he's never an MVP candidate and nothing, 22 points per game. Klay finishes it out by putting on his story and saying, "Amen, you good," and tagging Kevin Durant saying, "Why are you using my full government name?" What are your thoughts on that after kind of hearing everything that went down?
Like, offseason has been kind of crazy. The fact that this is a story. I mean, it's really kind of wild. We have a lot of stuff that's going on, but they just got a lot of headlines. And I mean, like, I think Draymond's actually really right. I mean, I don't think Kevin Durant is like viewing basketball in the holistic sense, right? Because like, Klay didn't average 25, sure, but Klay also played like superb defense. I mean, like we're talking like all defensive levels of defense, you know, pre knee injury. Like he was an all defensive level guy, and like that speaks volumes. And the same thing with like Draymond. Like Draymond isn't scoring 25 points a game, but like he's such a Swiss Army knife that, like, I mean, the impact that he has is extremely high. I do think it's fair to say that they're going to be a threat, like I was saying the other night. But I don't think that it's fair to say that like, oh, they're going to run away, and this is like the new version of the Warriors. Because like that Warriors team was special, man. Like that's different. Like that's a different level of basketball, and like. It's a lot more than just the buckets that are being scored. It's a lot more than just the offense that the guys are bringing. It's the IQ that they're bringing, how they work together, how they mesh together and understand their role. Like I think that's going to be a big thing the Sixers are going to be battling next year, is like figuring out like how everybody fits into like what their role is and how well they actually fill that role.
I think it's a bad, not a bad comparison, but like I think Kevin Durant kind of downplaying what the Warriors were and saying that now the Sixers have 4 25-point scores, which actually is wrong. I mean, LeBron, I don't think averaged 25 last year. I think he was slightly below. I think he was around 21 or 22, if I remember right. So he's close enough on that. Like, obviously, not to nitpick, but when Joel Embiid, not the healthiest guy right there. And then it's like, obviously, you got JB and you've got Tyrese Maxey. Of whose knees?
Joel's.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. I've seen Jimmy Butler's, but I haven't seen it.
It looks like No, dude, it looks like Joel's got 2 different fucking legs. It's like those are 2 different people.
His left knee looks a lot bigger than his right knee. Like, it doesn't even look like it's the same guy when you look at them side by side. It looks like 2 different
It looks like a giant fucking cantaloupe dog.
Yeah, I mean, you probably get a solid, maybe 50, 60 games out of him, and then hopefully you can rest him on a lot of other days and then get him to playoffs, and then maybe he can play a little bit more there. But, like, just... like, I don't know, Kevin Durant looking at it from his angle of points and buckets and stuff like that, like that's definitely a bad angle because it's, I don't know, I'm taking the 16-17 Warriors all day over this Sixers team. It worked a lot better because they were already all there except for Kevin Durant, and he came in, he got to be Kevin Durant. Steph let him be Kevin Durant. But like this, it's like you're bringing in pieces. You got a guy already there who doesn't play the whole season for a number of seasons. Then you got Tyrese Maxey, who obviously is good, but like he's going to have to adjust. And like we'll get to that, but LeBron's supposed to be playing the point guard, Nick Nurse said. Now Tyrese Maxey has to adjust to be a catch and shooter. Like it's not the greatest comparison at the moment. Maybe it works out well, and you can be like, all right, this is one of the best teams ever. But there's definitely a lot of adjustments that are coming.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not even really ready to say that they're going to be one. I think on paper they're one of the best teams that we've seen in a long time. Best teams ever. Again, like that. It's just a little bit, you know, it's tough because like it's about not only how they look on paper, but how they perform, what they actually do together.
All right, so next we're going to jump to off-season. One of the more recent ones, Peyton Watson. He did get offered since the last time we talked. It was actually the day before, and I didn't realize it. Peyton Watson got offered $70 million over the next 5 years, which comes out to $14 million a year. and it was from the Nuggets where he's at right now. He wanted $25 million. He's getting $14 million, and we're kind of right around that point. Like I was saying, 10 to 11. You were saying about 15 to 18. So it's like just in between the two. Kind of, what are your thoughts? You think he ends up just signing there? Or you think there's somewhere else where he may go? I mean, it's August already.
I do think that there's some places that he could potentially go. I just think it's gonna. There's a few other dominoes that can still fall. Like Jalen Durant is the one that could still fall. That maybe that there's a lot of teams that could potentially be interested in him, may go for, or maybe they're just waiting to see what happens with him to kind of see gauge what they should offer for Peyton. I do also think that he maybe wants a little bit much for himself, and that the teams that are okay with matching what he could get, most the most for a team that has his bird rights could offer him, right? I think that they're it seems like not really in on the trade value that the Nuggets are slapping on him. I hear that the Bucks don't really want to include a first in there, and it seems like the Nuggets might be asking for a first or two. Plus, then you have to commit to signing this guy that's coming off of one good year to a big contract. That, does he keep it up? I do like Peyton Watson, to be clear.
Same here. Yeah.
That is a big ask.
He hasn't done enough yet. He hasn't done enough yet for the price that he's going to
it's a big ask
end
for
up
a team.
asking. Yeah.
And the Bucks, like I said, are one that they don't want to really include a first, and I totally get why. They don't they just started their rebuild. It's kind of a important thing for them to have first. The Clippers are kind of in limbo, not being able to really do a whole hell of a lot right now because of the whole Kawhi cloud looming over their head. Has Cleveland, I've heard, is somebody for him, but have they sorted out James Harden yet?
No, that hasn't been done yet. No, they haven't come to.
They haven't sorted out Harden, so that's another one. And then I've heard the Hawks are interested, but I haven't really seen too much on that. So
yeah, they've been making some moves this offseason. I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me if they tried taking them on too. But
I mean, but they already have so much talent in that forward position. I don't really see how that makes sense.
He doesn't fit. Yeah, and for a guy like that, you want to find the right spot for him.
Yeah, unless they're just trying to accumulate best player available, and then they're gonna move on for some of these guys. But I don't see how that works. And I mean, I guess Aaron Wiggins and Lou Dort can both play more of the two. Maybe they do play Dyson Daniels at the 1-2, so maybe they're planning on doing that, moving. I don't know how they're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think you got NAW, you got CJ McCollum. I mean, there's kind of a lot there already where it feels like a spot where Peyton Watson would get lost, and if he wants that amount, and say maybe they were to pay that amount,
he's gonna be a prominent player.
You got to start him. You can't throw away the $25 million or even $20 million a year to have the guy ride the bench. Since we last talked, a couple more signings. Dylan Brooks, he's returning to the Suns, $73 million over 3 years. And then you've also got Lonnie Walker IV, who's coming over to the Nuggets, $3.3 million for 1 year. But that's the only two that we've seen so far since last time we talked. But also, the Lakers and the Heat, from the last I've seen, they're both trying to get Klay Thompson in his final years. Where would you like to see him go? I'd like to see him go to the Heat personally. I think that's that extra piece that the Heat need. Like we said, they don't have any shooters over there. Klay Thompson, even in his old age, still a better shooter than most of the guys there.
Final piece for the Heat is crazy.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else for them to grab. That's the thing. They threw everything else away.
Yeah, but final piece is right, when you talk about final piece.
Not to win it, but the final piece of their addition in the offseason. Yeah.
But if we're talking about final piece of anything, it is not about the final piece to accomplishing something that's of substance. Why the fuck do we care? I don't care.
Yeah.
The Heat are going to suck. They're not going to be
they are going to,
Having Klay Thompson and be this is the guy. This guy is going to be the one. This guy is going to be the guy that is our key to unlocking. That's crazy talk.
I mean, you got to think though. Would I rather
this man cheated on Meg Thee Stallion? He only knows how to fumble these days.
Would I rather put the ball
since he left Golden State?
Would I rather put the ball in Klay Thompson's hand or Drew Smith or Davion Mitchell? I'm taking Klay Thompson every time. If they can get him cheap enough, he's a better shooter than any of those guys.
It's probably not a crazy expensive contract.
It can't be. He doesn't have much less than a tank.
Probably just trying to decide. He's probably himself trying to decide what spot is the best spot for him. Klay Thompson is a non-starter for most. Who cares?
No, for sure. He can be a 6-man at best
Like
on all teams. Yeah,
he can go and play for who the fuck ever he wants to, and it's nothing. It means
it's not going to do much to them. We're going to push Kawhi down a little bit more because as we're talking about some different talents, I want to talk about this Indian Wemby kid that we've been seeing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Jagmeet, how easy is it for you to dunk?
I would say a 10.
Have you been reading much into him?
Nah, dude, you just asked me about Indian Wemby, and I was like, oh,
dude, I've been reading articles, watching interviews.
You gotta talk about Indian Wemby, brother.
Dude, there's not too much. Okay, so there's not too much out there yet, but there's I've seen a few interviews on him. So Indian Wemby, he's this kid named Jagmeet Singh. He's from Punjab, India. However, he's playing in Florida right now, Victory Rock Prep in Sarasota, Florida. He's got a couple of offers. I know one of them was DePaul. I think the other one was. I think it was Stanford was the other one they were talking about. That was his 2 offers right now. Started playing basketball when he was 14, recruited to a local basketball academy, played for the Indian national youth basketball team. I mean, how can you not at that height? And then also he's received an offer to join a basketball development program in the U.S., which is what has led him to Victory Rock Prep in Sarasota, Florida. He was at this camp over the summer with Kyrie's twin nephews also. So, I mean, if Kyrie's nephews are there, you gotta assume it's got to be a pretty decent camp.
Yeah, I mean, the tough thing with kids that are this tall and big,
the growing pains.
Right? How well do they move? How well do they figure out how to work with their body? Like, how well do they continue to play once everybody else catches up athletically?
Garen, he's skinny, but he moves pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. He had this really nice fadeaway. It looked very Dirk-like. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Nice. Thon Maker also looked really nice whenever.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair. The kids he's playing, when I was watching his mixtape, the guy was doing a voiceover talking about it. And he was like he had to remind the viewers, he's like, these are high school kids. They look like they're middle schoolers. But it's just, so that's the thing too. It's like he's not facing a lot of height yet. So that's also going to be an issue too.
And that's what I mean. Like,
it's a fun one to watch, yeah.
It's fun to watch. Like I love watching the little mixtapes and stuff. It's hard to project with him. It's hard to really discuss much because Thon Maker looked great. Oliver LaRue, or whatever the hell his name is in Florida, looks.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Solid. He's tall as hell.
At University of Florida, yeah.
There's a lot of kids. Yeah, and he was crazy tall whenever he was coming up, and people were talking about if he figures it out, he did it. He still does super well. So it's just tough. But I mean, if he figures it out, that'd be crazy. But Wemby's my goat, so I don't disrespect him like that.
No, most certainly. It's one of the fun ones I want to bring up. A fun little story that I'd seen recently. Let's talk about Kawhi and the updates, which is actually kind of crazy. The last time we were talking, they were in the middle of trying to figure out a settlement of what would happen, whether Kawhi gets suspended or not, the trade gets voided, something happens to Steve Ballmer. But dude, there's more to it at this point. I mean, Pablo Torre came out and he was talking about how he interviewed a guy who was with Daktronics, and Daktronics, they are the ones that made the big the big Jumbotron inside of Intuit, and they're the ones who made that, and they've never had a celebrity sponsor before, and Kawhi was a silent one because they never put out any bit of a press conference, press release, nothing like that.
Hearing it in terms of what was going on with, the salary cap circumvention, right away, light bulbs went off in my head in terms of, oh yeah, this is also going on with other parts of the Intuit Dome project as well.
Apparently, they don't know the amount, but a few million has gone through to Kawhi through Daktronics as well. So this is just another one to add on to the investigation that's already going on.
My thing with that one though is who the fuck cares? So he got paid.
Well, it's just more proof that he was getting paid to do nothing in 2 different jobs.
Yeah,
so it's how many more? How many more?
Nothing that says that he can't. This is where we're losing the plot here because and this isn't us specifically, but as the news comes out, they keep growing this thing. We're forgetting the whole issue isn't Kawhi getting paid to do nothing. Kawhi can sign whatever the fuck endorsement he wants to do whatever the fuck endorsement he wants that he is willing to do and agree to. If it says, hey, Kawhi, you got to go fucking skydive once a month and we get to film you doing it and you have to drink a soda while you skydive, he can do that. If they want to say, hey, Kawhi, we're just going to say you're associated with us, you don't have to do anything. We just get the right to say that you're associated with us. So he can say yes, and that's totally fine.
Yep.
What's not okay is Kawhi then getting paid to do nothing by a company that would not have otherwise sponsored him. For the Clippers to then say, well, even though we're only paying you $25 million, we're getting these guys to pay you $5 million. So really you're getting 30. That's the problem. That's not okay. So like Pablo Torre can announce this whole Daktronics thing, and like that's fine and dandy. Was it instigated by the Clippers for them to circumvent the cap? That is what I want to know. I don't give a shit if you got paid to do nothing, dude. I am working my ass off to get paid one day to do fucking nothing. That is what I strive to do. So Pablo Torre can fucking shove it unless he's got something that says, hey, this is the Clippers were doing this and they orchestrated this. They set this up. Like, dude.
Which they haven't gotten that proof yet. I mean, everything is like, it's all kind of.
He's just saying shit to get people to click on shit because he's got nothing fucking else going on, dude.
Some little reports and stuff. But yeah, obviously in the end, it's got to come down to what comes out through the legal system, obviously.
Yeah, dude, I have through the investigation. Substack. Like, he's posting like all kinds of just random articles and shit, and none of them ever sound that exciting. And then it's a fucking Kawhi article. Like, he doesn't have shit going on and needs some clicks, and so he fucking is putting out some shit that like is gonna make your average mouth breather, right? Like react and go, oh, see, Kawhi,
all right,
Clippers,
all right, guilty,
basketball.
guilty.
You can't be a mouth breather, man. Come on now.
No, but in a sense, I mean, I've been eating it up. I love hearing about things going in the NBA, especially like during the offseason. I mean, like there's obviously deals being done and stuff like that. It's been a good offseason. But like hearing like kind of like a little bit of the other behind the scenes stuff, it's always interesting to me.
Yeah, no, I do find like the behind the scenes of like you know what I mean, like the league and how like the business side works, like very very interesting because it's kind of hard to intersect the purity of basketball, the game itself, with the entertainment side and the business side all into one, because they don't always have like what satisfies the goals of each doesn't always intersect as cleanly as you would like. So it's nice to see sometimes, but not the way that it's fucking going down right now, dude. Everything is a scandal and the league's in shambles.
Yep, it really is. They gotta find a way to get through the next season, like through the actual season itself, on like a clean slate, and hopefully nothing more pops. But I mean, there's always something that's going to happen, obviously, with how much media there is, all these podcasts and all that. Like it's 24/7 media, and like someone's going to find something.
Dude, it's not that
and they're
hard
going
to
roll
not be scandalous, brother.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like there's always a way to find some sort of scandal by just like pulling from different things, and that's why with the media and with all the podcasts and all that, someone's going to find something, and it may not be anything, but it's going to roll up. I mean,
you just don't give them, just don't do bad shit. It's not hard. Like, I exist in my house. I ain't got no problems.
Garen, it's a league owned by billionaires. The players are all multimillionaires. They all get into something. It's hard not to when you have that kind of money, I'm sure.
If it's easy to do it without the money, it should be, in theory, easier to do it with the money.
You'd think.
No, I mean, I guess I can't say I know. But
yeah,
like,
I mean, we have nothing.
It's not that fucking hard. Like, people do it all the time. But anyway.
So we're going to push this along a little bit more because we've talked about this part. Not what was said, but kind of like what our thoughts are on if Kawhi's going to play with the Clippers or the Raptors and stuff. But Michael Grange from Sportsnet, he had said there's a growing belief that the NBA's investigation into the Clippers is nearing a resolution, and the most likely outcomes are a negotiated settlement where the NBA gets to enforce some version of its rule. Steve Ballmer can save face, and Kawhi can play for the Raptors. And I don't want to touch too much on that. We've already talked about our thoughts of what we thought is going to happen, but that's kind of where the reporting is at least as of yesterday. But we're going to push through that, and we're going to move ourselves down to Russell Westbrook. Let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Dude, the guy's a triple-double man. Obviously, he's getting older. He's probably not that guy anymore. But it's just really sad to see that he might have to consider going overseas. I'd like to see him play another year.
Dog. You're old.
Or retire.
Fucking don't like just call it like just because you can play doesn't mean you should play, right?
Yeah.
There's you guys are the best of the best in the world, and you're gonna be better than most people for the long longest period of your life, like especially even compared to other NBA players, like at certain levels. Yeah. But like, it doesn't mean that you have to keep playing. Like, if you are not the same guy and that you're not ready to accept it, you're not the same guy. Just be like, you can't. I don't know. I think that guys are. I think that a lot of guys now are hanging on too long because you see some guys that do play for like 10,
like LeBron,
15, 20,
42.
20 years. Yeah. And they're like, hey, I can do that. I can keep playing. I still got more left in the tank. And like, can they give some guys buckets? Yeah. Is it efficient buckets? Absolutely not.
No, I mean, you look at the last bit that Russell Westbrook has played on the Nuggets. I mean, the guy wasn't great. No. He definitely wasn't who he was before on the Wizards, or
I mean,
even a little bit on the Lakers.
The Kings last year, dude. He wasn't even that good. Like
I'm sorry. The Kings. My bad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I still got Nuggets Westbrook in my head. Yeah, and he wasn't good. He had a few games, but he wasn't much. Yeah, he definitely wasn't the guy he used to be. Yeah.
He's like a fun gimmick to have in town and sell seats. Like, that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't.
Yeah. He's electric. He is electric. When he gets hot, he is. But he doesn't get hot that often anymore.
And that's what I mean. Like, whenever I say, like, can you still play? Yeah. Meaning, like, can you still get some guys some buckets? Absolutely. You let them get hot on, certain nights, right matchup, whatever. They're going to, be able to kill somebody. Are you going to win that game? Probably fucking not. Are they going to be able to do it repetitively? Probably not. Like, I mean, it's just he just needs to hang it up, man. And, like, he's had a good career. And there is no problem with calling it a career with where he's at right now.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I know he's on your team now. Paul George might go outside. I mean, it's been a rough few years, and it's getting bad. And Russell Westbrook doesn't want to get to that point.
Well, like, he started to Paul George is a little different, I guess, just because he did play a little bit better. Like, he played well last year with the Sixers in flashes, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been healthy to be able to stay around since, and he's. So it's not really. I don't know if it gets sadder than Podcast P and where he was at one point, but I do think that he still has something left in him where he can I don't want him starting for my fucking team, but it's mostly because of the contract that he's going to have and the role that he's going to play.
Yeah.
If his contract was more friendly and he was going to continue play the same role, I guess not the same role as a prominent member of the starting five, but a guy that's supposed to be a reliable starter with a good 3-point shot that plays some defense. I'm down for that.
We're gonna push it along a little bit more with the best coach signing this offseason, and I'm gonna start Tiago Splitter with the Bulls. I don't think it gets better than that. Maybe Dusty May, but that's in my opinion the best signing. He took the Portland Trailblazers to a winning record in a situation that he wasn't expected to be in just before the season started. Like I said, October 23rd is when he had to step in as the interim head coach. Took him to a winning season, barely 42-40, and he made them a good team. And now they cut him loose. He's with the Bulls, and the Bulls actually have kind of a lot of promise. I think I put him in my top 5 in seeding. They might have been number 4, but I think he's going to be the best signing this offseason for coaches, and I think he's going to be a potential candidate for Coach of the Year this year.
Sorry.
You're good, dude.
I definitely think I agree. That was actually my pick too. I think that Tiago Splitter, he had the Blazers outperforming last year what their expectations were, which that's always what you want to see out of a coach. It means he knows how to get the most out of his guys. And I think that the kind of guys that they have in Chicago works really well with the kind of ball that Tiago had Portland playing. He had them playing this downhill kind of ball where they were constantly just pressing you, getting into the paint, getting layups or turbo, the downhill Denny, constantly just hammering you over and over. Sharp was pretty athletic and get to the rim as well. So I think that when you then take Tiago and put him into a team that's got a guy like Josh Giddey that likes to get to the rim, likes to drive and dish. You have a guy with a really high motor that's been really exciting to watch in the summer league, and Caleb Wilson coming in. And then you bring in Matas over there. I thought he showed a lot of promise last year. I thought that he showed a big step forward, and another guy that likes to get downhill. He likes to cut. He's a guy that they can find in a backdoor cut a lot of times, or can get a lob to, or they likes to get out and run. The team likes to get out and run as well, and it just very much fits Tiago's playing style. So I think that's just a perfect marriage. And then if he can help and develop some of their IQ and continue to help just that young team figure out and understand how to win. Because he was from a lot of winning organizations and winning cultures, like predominantly like with that I remember, with the Spurs. And if he can get them to understand that and be able to learn how to be winners and take that next step along with the skill development they've been able to show, I think that they could really be a dangerous team next year. Kind of like you were saying, I'm not ready to pencil it in for sure, like with pen or put it in with pen or anything. But I would pencil it, I guess, not put it in with pen, but I would pencil it in. They're going to be a nice little squad next year. And I think Montas is going to take a big jump.
So the next topic we're going to talk about with coaches, and it's who's on the hot seat for this year. Garen, tell me why your answer is Nick Nurse, because that's exactly mine.
No, go and tell me your why you think Nick Nurse, dude. I'm curious.
Dude, I think it's got to be Nick Nurse. I think a couple of reasons. Nick Nurse came in 2023 he came in. I think he was already my guess would be he was probably on the hot seat after last year. I mean, they've got a lot of talent. Obviously, VJ was a rookie, but now it's kind of LeBron's team with LeBron coming there. The whole goal at this point is get a championship ring, but get LeBron another one. Get him his last and final one to add to his collection. But I think if he doesn't win it all this year, they can him, and LeBron comes in and goes, "This is who I want my final year coaching me." I think that's a very high possibility.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that as well. Like Nick, there's gonna be a lot higher expectations for them.
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, I think that hot seat wise, you definitely have to have Doug Christie on the hot seat next year. But I think that's kind of like a given, just because the Kings are a joke. They're.
I mean, that's kind of a revolving hot seat, though. I feel
that's what I mean. That's what I was gonna say. That's kind of an easy, kind of given. They're always dysfunctional, all that good stuff. I think that Ime Udoka though is one that you could potentially see on the hot seat next year. If the Rockets underperform, if they underwhelm like they did kind of last year in the playoffs, if we continue to see that locker room kind of I don't want to say get lost, where they're out on Udoka. Maybe they are. I wouldn't know, but if that locker room continues to be lost in the sense of they're not gelling well together, they're not able to work out all of these chemistry, maybe not even chemistry, the KD burner.
I get
shit.
Where you're going.
The issue with Jabbar, the personalities conflicting.
A lot of off-court issues.
Yeah,
and a few on-court issues, but a lot of off-court ones that are not
their personalities conflicting and running into each other. Yeah, if they can't figure that out, and it just spirals, and Fred VanVleet isn't the answer that they need him to be at the point guard spot. So I very quickly could see it being blamed on Udoka, right, wrong, or otherwise. They could very quickly be he's not developing these guys. We're not seeing any kind of change. We're not seeing them improve on offense or defense. And Udoka's supposed to be kind of a defensive guy. I think that's got to be a guy that we got to watch.
One last thing on that, dude. I think if Nick Nurse gets canned, say they have a bad season this year, dude, I think LeBron tries to bring in Ty Lue on the final year, getting him from the Clippers. I think that's a possibility. I think that would be a guy he'd like to end his career, having him coach. And I think they both understand each other well. And the goals, obviously Nick Nurse knows the goal. Everyone knows the goal. But I think LeBron and Ty Lue could be the final year if the Sixers can Nick Nurse. Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, honestly, that actually might be a great fit, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That might be a perfect guy for.
I'm walking the dogs today. I'm sitting there thinking about it. I go, oh my God. As I'm reading through our notes and stuff, I go, oh my God, if he gets canned, that's what happens. I think that's the only. I think that's one of the only possibilities.
Ooh, yeah, Ty Lue being the one that comes in and taking over. I think that he'd probably be the perfect guy to have to coach such a star-studded roster. If you can't get Spoelstra, obviously Spoelstra would be great for that. Well, Spoelstra would be perfect anywhere, dude. Spoelstra could take a team of fucking fifth graders and win the NBA Finals. I'm convinced. But
that guy's gonna die in Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be there forever.
One last hot seat shout out too is Kenny Atkinson. Cleveland's been very underwhelming for what they think that they should be able to do in the playoffs and what they've been able to produce on the court in the big moments, especially after that series against the Hawks, dude. That was ugly. So
that was a rough one.
if he comes out and has another bad playoff series, I mean, hell, don't even even if the regular season goes well, make the playoffs. Like if you come out and have a bad one, even if you have a good one and lose, like I think that there's going to be some conversation of like, is this our guy, or do we got to try someone else because this isn't working? And then like at that point, I think you also have to question the two big lineup because both those teams, I believe the Rockets were running two bigs at one point as well, and like they're like I'm not a fan.
Same here. Dude, I don't think Cleveland goes that deep, to be honest. I mean, I think that the Eastern Conference Finals, what did I say? I think I said 76ers, and I think I might have said the Knicks. I think that was what I was saying. It's like, dude, I don't think the Cavs make it. I don't think they make it even to the conference finals. And that's where the canon might happen.
I think that they could lose in the first round.
Oh,
dude. I think it might be ugly.
No, I think so too, dude.
Yeah, that'll be tough. One of the topics I wanted to talk about was build your 82-0 starting five. Like you've seen those little like sub games where like what specifically what year would each player be as well if you're trying to build a starting five that could go 82-0?
Okay, so you want me to go first. So build your 82-0 team. So first, point guard, the 16-17 Steph Curry. That's my point. Mm-hmm. Shooting guard, 95-96 MJ. Small forward, 2013-2014 LeBron in Miami. Now this one, I was going a little bit back and forth because obviously KD can switch between the two. But power forward, we're going 2020-2021 Giannis. I just think that big body dude, I think that's really what's needed versus Kevin Durant shooting. And for my center, it's a 2023 Nikola Jokic. I was going between that and 2000-2001 Shaq. But at the end of the day, dude, Jokic just moves the ball around. So, dude, I mean,
82-0. That's what. Oh man.
I think that team smashes.
Dude, I'm going with 16-17 Curry.
Yeah.
I'm going 2012. I'm actually also going 16-17 KD at the 2. I'm going
at the 2. Okay.
That makes sense. I'm going 2012 LeBron at the 3.
That's the best LeBron. That's the best LeBron there ever was.
Yeah, at my 5, I've got 2000-2001 Shaq.
Okay.
And then, excuse me, sorry. I've got LeBron at the 4. I've got KD at the 3, and then I've got Kobe at the 2. I mean, like obviously you could pick MJ or whatever, but
okay, so that's where we're different at. We switched between Kobe and MJ, and then Jokic and Shaq.
Yeah, I'm picking Kobe just on the fact that like they've all kind of played together in the Olympics, so like you have a little bit more chemistry.
See, you looked at it a little bit different way of chemistry between them. I looked at it more of give me the best fucking guy there is at those spots and that year, and they're just going to crush everyone.
Yeah,
but your look at it makes more sense because you're really thinking these guys are out there. Obviously, they gotta know their
and like I
roles
mean,
and
I do think that like 2001 Shaq is like the most dominant player ever.
Oh yeah.
And like I do think that 2012 LeBron is like probably up there as well. So like I do think I like also picking like the best versions of these guys and like picking like some of the best players like ever. But I did kind of differ at the spot with Kobe and Michael because like I do think that like Michael is better. I think that it's like nitpicky though, right? Like there's not a lot separating them in the first place. And I think that if we're like trying to go 82-0, right? Kobe's definitely going to mesh a little bit better with the team just because he knows how to. He's played with all of them before, and he knows how to play with all of them. And we've seen him take a step back in like the Olympics and stuff for them to, work
let other people shine. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
But we got another fun one right here where we're talking about the top 5 teams of all time, building off our comments earlier about KD talking about the Warriors being the best team on paper or the Sixers being the best team on paper. So you go first. Give me your top 5 teams of all time.
I definitely have that Warriors team as my number 1 team all time. And then I think the second one that I've got would that Bulls team.
Same here.
Like, I don't see how you can argue for much else other than them. Like, you can, I guess there's cases that can be made. if you want to go into like the nitpicky of like, well, the record doesn't necessarily matter. It's kind of how some of these teams would have matched up because this team only lost more games because, the path that they had or this injury that happened or whatever. But I think that like part of being such a good team is having the wherewithal to survive the grueling NBA season. My third team all time, and I guess this is recency bias maybe because it's the era that we grew up in or whatever. But the 2012 Miami Heat with the GOAT, like the not the GOAT, but like one of the arguably like GOAT player, like forms of a GOAT player. Like
no,
like
you had it right, Garen. You had it right as you were saying the GOAT.
The peak, like LeBron, like that year of LeBron is like one of the only ones where he really gives you a run for like, dude, he might be as dominant as Shaq was in 2000, 2001.
Garen, I gotta say, if we keep going like this, dude, I'm not gonna have to give my list. I think it's just gonna be the same list at this point.
Fourth, I got the '86 Celtics. I think it was with.
Okay, so we're different there.
Whenever they win the. Who'd you have?
Okay, so I had the 2000-2001 Lakers. That's where we differed at. 2000-2001 Lakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, I mean,
why?
You even explained it a moment ago when we were talking about the top 5 players at their positions and stuff like that, dude. And just that Kobe Shaq dominance, dude. I mean, in that year, dude, I think that team smashes a lot of other teams throughout history.
I mean, like, yeah, but dude, Larry Bird is he's a killer. Like him and McHale
we talked about this the other day. I'm
dynamic.
And maybe it's my Celtics biasness of not liking them, but dude, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't put Bird as high as other people do. And like, especially for that team obviously was good, but I just felt like, I'd rather take a team with Kobe and Shaq all day over Bird.
Which is crazy. Like, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that's crazy, but like, I think it's crazy to like not be that high on Bird. When Bird, he's got so much film of him just being a dog and just like absolutely dogging people.
I know.
McHale was a beast. Maybe a little bit of bias, but like I think Bird is just such a killer. Like, I think that team is constructed really well. Like, when you go back and you watch, like, I mean, you watch like clips or you watch like old games, like their offense was really strong. I think that like they would be able to. I think they would be able to figure something out for the non-Shaq minutes to be able to close the gap for the during Shaq minutes, and they probably would have gone straight to like hack a Shaq. The hack a Shaq would have just been I think a game changer. But and then my 15 was that Kobe Shaq team though. Okay. So we're almost
there.
Like it wasn't not there, but like I have them aged out just a little bit because of Shaq's inability to shoot free throws, and I do think that they would figure out something that'd be effective enough for the Shaq minutes, and they would eat on the non-Shaq minutes that would like level it out.
And my fifth one, dude. So it's your Celtics, but I kind of want to go a little bit different on this one, dude. Give me any of the years of Bill Russell and the players he had around him, dude. 11 championships, 13 years of playing. I just think, dude, that's
9 straight.
It's a whole different.
But that's one where I could see the argument of like, dude, I could see that argument being like, oh, they don't play. They played plumbers minus like Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
but dude,
I could see that
then,
one.
Dude. You look at the numbers, dude. It was Bill Russell, and it was his team. Like when we were joking today, talking about with the WNBA, and if you get Enes Kanter to come in, it can just be him playing, and like that's it. That's all he needs, and he can win championship and go like 50 and 50 and 50. But like that's how Bill Russell was, dude. I mean, you take Bill Russell off the court, and the team was absolute shit. I mean, it was like the worst of the worst. And when you get them back on the court, and they're winning, they're winning every year. And obviously, they were going against like 12 or 14 teams, but I think just give me any year of Bill Russell and whatever he was playing with, and I think that can easily be one of the best teams based off of that era. All right, so we're going to talk about predictions for the year. We're going to talk about MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, and Coach of the Year. This one, I'm going to rip through mine, and then I'll let you talk about yours, just so that way we can get this going. MVP, I think it's the year of Wemby, dude. MVP, Wemby. Defensive Player of the Year, Wemby. Rookie of the Year, Caleb Wilson. When I was looking at the odds, he's the second favorite to Cam Boozer, who's number 1 right now. Most Improved Player, Brandon Miller. With LaMelo leaving, I think it's his time to really show what he is. And then Coach of the Year, Mitch Johnson of the San Antonio Spurs. Like I said, the year of Wemby, they're going to go to the finals, and I don't know if they win or beat the Sixers. We'll see. But I think that dude's going to win a couple awards and get his coach an award as well.
No, so we do line up on Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
Yep.
I did also pick Wemby. I mean, I know it's an easy one, so it's kind of boring, but like, what the fuck ever. Like, it's right.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's what's
right.
going to happen.
It makes
like,
sense.
There's not really much of an argument for anything else.
And Wemby's the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year, by the way. Wemby's the favorite, minus 350 for Defensive Player of the Year. So it shows.
Go by what I try to feel in my gut, like same way you be feeling like if you got lactose intolerance or some shit. I'm going with what I feel in my gut on this shit. And Wemby he was designed in a lab by the basketball gods for us to be blessed with someone to end the GOAT debate. And he's going to win his MVP. He's going to win his DPOY finals. And he's going to walk into the sunset as he starts for the first of not one, not two, not three.
Not two, not three, not four, not five.
But 7 championships.
Yep. Well, not 7.
I think
probably
that
3 or 4.
Coach of the Year. No, yeah. 7. I think that Coach of the Year is definitely going to be Thiago Splitter. I think that the Bulls
he was second on there for me.
The Bulls are the perfect team for him. That's a marriage made in heaven. Like, I think that he runs away with it. I think that the Bulls end up being a much higher seed than expected. I think we see Matas Buzelis win the MIP. Is my pick for my MIP.
Okay.
I love him out there. I think that he's going to get a great chance to see some more opportunities. I shouldn't say more opportunities, because Caleb Wilson being there is going to hinder in some areas, but it's going to open up so many opportunities in other ways that it will allow him to get cleaner looks. Or vice versa, he'll get the opportunity to develop more as a creator and somebody that is able to generate offense beyond having to play off of somebody else or take somebody one-on-one down here.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to win the MIP, and then Thiago's going to take Coach of the Year. So we're going to kind of have a clean sweep of the awards, really, between one organization and one player.
And I want to add a note. If Giannis wins MVP and DPOY, there's 3 other players to ever get both in one season: MJ, Giannis, and Hakeem. Those are the 3. It's very doable for him.
You mean what he's doing, gets it?
Correct. Wemby would be the 4th of 3. MJ, Giannis, and Hakeem. Yeah.
Yeah, you said if Giannis gets DPOY and MVP, I was like, why the fuck are we talking about Giannis getting that shit? Giannis shouldn't even be. The Heat shouldn't be mentioned for anything other than wiping the fucking toilet bowl, because they're dog shit.
You got me now. MJ, Giannis, Hakeem. The only 3 to do MVP or get MVP, DPOY. Wemby's going to do it this year. We both agree on that. There's this next section, which I just kind of want us to rip through a little bit. There's not too much on it yet, but the schedule release is coming out this coming up week. The number 1 game matchup that I'm ready to see, it's the Sixers and the Celtics. I think that's obvious. JB going against JT. And then JB, I don't know if you saw the comments the other day, but JB in his introductory press conference for the Sixers.
Get the fuck out of here, you goofy ass fuckhead.
Yeah, exactly. So let me say that real quick. So Jaylen Brown had said,
we won a championship together. So anybody that you win a championship, you would think that's what, a brotherhood or a lifelong legacy would entail. On my end, it's nothing but respect.
Have you guys been able to talk?
Not really.
Which tells me not at all. He hasn't made the call. JT probably hasn't made the call. Maybe JT has made the call, but Jaylen Brown definitely hasn't tried communicating with Jason Tatum since that deal was done.
Which is crazy. There's got to be something else going on behind that. I need investigative reporting. I need some deep dives.
More, dude. There's a whole lot.
Leaks. I need something out there. I think for me, it's probably a tie. One is between the Sixers and the Celtics, but for the sake of being different, I'll say I'm looking forward to what I'm predicting to be Spurs and Thunder rematch at Christmas. I think they do it at Christmas. Christmas Day has become a thing where they're trying to say the NBA is really trying to claim that section as like their day and stop the NFL's creeping into like trying to steal their games. So I think that they're going to keep pulling out all the stops and try to schedule better and better games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way that Spurs Thunder mid-season is not something that is like absolutely excellent. So that's probably my game that I'd love to see the most. I think that there's like a little rivalry kind of brewing there a little bit. I don't think that OKC cares for San Antonio, and I don't think San Antonio cares for OKC. And don't care for
it's Chet and Wemby going at Well, Chet and Wemby keep going at each other, so obviously that keeps building up with time. All right, so another thing I want to touch on real quick is all the different platforms NBA games are on. And you had said, is the diversification good for the growth? And what I was thinking about is back in the day, like in our parents' day, like you only had one game that was probably on at a time on NBC. Now you have so many other games that you can watch, and you can see all these different players play. Oh my God, a bug on my eye. You can see all these other players play all the time. But at the same time, it's kind of like you have to buy all these different subscriptions to see them. You could get, obviously, League Pass as well. So it's a little tricky. I think it's better because I can watch almost any player I want to, as long as they're playing like somewhat a decent game. I can't watch probably Portland play Charlotte or something like that, but I can definitely watch maybe 6 to 7 different games on a nightly basis if I have Prime, if I have Peacock, if I have whatever other packages there are.
Yeah, but then you have to like buy all those fucking packages. You gotta have them.
Well, that's
all,
what I'm saying. That's the downside. However, I get access to all them.
What games on what? Like, dude, I pay for League Pass, motherfucker. If I pay for League Pass, I should get every goddamn game that is in the fucking league. I don't care what platform it's on. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Like,
I agree.
I'm not paying to get blacked out
Sunday ticket.
Like I'm not paying for blackouts and all this other bullshit. Like at least with the local like cable contracts or whatever, like I can understand that more. It's still dumb, but hey, I can understand that more. Whatever. But to then say sorry, it's black that you can only watch it if you have Amazon Prime. Go fuck yourself. What do you mean I can only watch it if I have Amazon Prime? Why the fuck? When you have it spread, you have people's attention diversified so much to so much bullshit. Through so much bullshit, like it makes it harder for it to grow, and like it's a frustrating point for a lot of fans where they're complaining like, "Yo, dude, I'd rather not have League Pass and just have Prime and YouTube TV for the year, and I'll get the majority of the things that I want to see. I don't need NBA League Pass. Like League Pass." It then still has a big chunk of games, but let's say you're not someone that watches like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night games. Unless it's like a prime time matchup, then like you can
or your favorite team,
you can just get by with. I mean, you would still miss out on your favorite team sometimes unless they're your local market. But like you can get by with just Prime and YouTube TV, like and you
and Peacock. Peacock's like $5 or something.
And Peacock too, like, and I'm pretty sure that Peacock has a way you can bundle it with some other shits. Like it's just like. There's it's almost like it devalues League Pass to some degree, unless you were like for League Pass at this point, you're gonna be a hoop junkie or splitting it with somebody. Like it's really the only time it's got a lot of value.
One thing I want us to close out on is the overseas games. There's only 2 that I saw scheduled so far. It's the same teams. It's the Spurs and the Pelicans. They're playing in Paris, and the other one I think said it was a Manchester game. I believe is what it was. Obviously the number one
game scheduled.
There's a few. I only saw 2, and it said wait to see more when I was looking at it on the page. But if you got more, let me know. But like the one I'm looking forward to, and it's the same as last year, was the Spurs going to Paris. I mean, obviously seeing Wemby playing at home, there really is nothing that beats that. Unless
you have NBA preseason in China. You've got the Mexico City game in November. That's the Nuggets in Indiana. You've got
keep walking me through because I didn't see these
Paris
when I was
game,
looking.
Spurs in New Orleans. You have the Manchester game, Spurs in New Orleans. You have the Qatar World Cup, which is like that's FIBA, so that's I guess a little bit. That's not the NBA. Like they've got some overseas games scheduled already, and there's only like 3 to pick from. But I was gonna pick the French game. I think that's sick.
You're talking about the Paris one, right? Spurs and Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's I can't remember who the Spurs played there last year, but obviously the Spurs.
Actually, wait, no, I'm changing that because fucking I forgot France sucks. Fuck France. I'm going to Mexico City.
Sure, but obviously your goat Wemby playing back home. I mean,
that's France sucks. Fuck France. I'm going to Mexico City. But dude, Mexico City, they get loud and they get crazy and they're into the games. Like I'm there for it.
And they might get a team one day. You never know. No, it's always possible.
No,
it's always possible. Yeah. I mean, they're all about trying to grow the game. Obviously, they're talking about that potential European league they're going to do and stuff. So
yeah, dude, we never know where things are going. We can't even get the one fucking league we have now, right, dude? We've got gambling scandals. We've got players signing fake fucking contracts.
Yeah.
We've got hoodwink, wink, fucking contracts being done, and then people getting paid on the back end. And, like, it's a joke. We have tanking out the app. We don't even have enough ways to force everybody to be competitive enough all year to the point that we have to make up fucking rules to set a floor of, like, you have to try at least this hard.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
No, you're definitely right there, dude. You're definitely right there. But I want to say, like,
talking about the league. They want to expand.
An overseas game that would be cool. And, like, I honestly, like, I've watched it, like, this arena in the past, and, like, I kind of forgot about it until we started talking about this. And I was looking into it. But, dude, that Serbian outdoor arena, dude, imagine the Nuggets getting to play out there. You got Jokic there in Serbia. Dude, that'd be sick. Yeah. You've seen that one, right? Where they got the smoke and they've got the fire and all that, dude. Seeing Jokic dominate there, that'd be pretty crazy. And it's outdoors, which makes it even cooler.
That would be. That would be hella cool. No, that'd be hella cool. Yeah. I also think that it'd be really cool if they did, like, a basketball game, like, at one of the famous, like, soccer fields. But the only issue with that is obviously that you're outdoors. So, like, I mean, you can't really. I mean, I guess you could, because, like, I mean, they could play basketball outdoors, but then it's like a different environment than what you're playing in for literally all the other 81 games of the season. So, that's kind
tricky.
of
you almost got to make it
a non-starter.
You got to make it like an exhibition game or something like that. Not actually anything that counts.
Yeah, but I do think that would be cool, though.
Yeah,
I do think that would be cool, though, and, like, play some outdoor basketball or some shit.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, that'd be fun. But, my pick would be Mexico City. I think that, like, seeing the World Cup and how excited they got at the Azteca for any game that was there, not just the Mexico games, any game that was there, like, gotta go with the Mexico City and see what they can bring to a basketball arena.
Well, Garen, let's close it out, dude. Show me a card. What's your card of the day?
Dude, card of the day. Let me show you what card I'm repairing right now. If I could.
Yeah, show me that one. Walk us through it. What is that one? What is that card?
It's a Wemby Razzle Dazzle case hit, short printed, but unfortunately you can't really see it because of the glare off the screen. So I'll show you one better. I got you with what year is this one? This is 1996, 1997, Topps finest Michael Jordan finishers.
Dude, I had that one in
the peel still on there.
I had that one in a PSA 8 with the peel on it, but I ended up just selling it. I think I sold it for like 50 or 60 a few years ago, but I did have that one. I remember having that specific one right there. It's a pretty cool one.
Brother, I'm getting this graded with the peel on there, and that's going to go for like 800.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mine had the peel on it, but it was a PSA 8, so it really wasn't worth that much. But
it wasn't.
I'm
about to.
That'd be nice.
I'm about to grade. Ted McMillan on the mosaic short print number to 15, dude.
Okay, see, that's nice. I couldn't tell if that was number or anything because mosaic has a lot of different colors and stuff.
Number I didn't know if that was just like 15, brother.
Yeah, dude, you got to get that one graded.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get it graded, but
we
got a nice little batch about to go out to PSA here.
Nice, dude. Well, you'll have to update us whenever those all come back, and kind of we'll walk.
I just had another
and see
order.
What grade they got.
Yeah, I had another order just reach grading, so it'll be a while, but it'll be a nice little journey to go on together.
All right, well, we'll close it out here, and until next time, Garen, I'll see you soon, bud.
I'll see you next time, brother. We'll get something in soon.